All right, guys. I'm going to show you this drawing I made. It's four squares um, in these positions. Um, and I use this new cool tool called functions to make my life way easier. And a function is a piece of code that can be used over and over again or repeated with one line of code. So I used it in this case. You see there's four squares. So I made a function that draws the square in line 22, and you can see the name, lowercase d, capital S. And every time I call it, it does these 8 commands that are in the box. So instead of using 8 lines, I use 1 line of code. That's really cool. And it's repeatable. So I drew the first square, and I'm going to pause it so you guys can see this. So it draws that one as soon as that line is ran. Just line 5 did that. And then I move the pen over, and in line 10, you can see right here, I'm going to draw another square. And I did the same thing for the other 4. And that saved me about 30 lines of code, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new function where I make a triangle this time. And we always have a first step. So I like to define my function. For triangles. So we drag this one in the green over, and we have to call it. I like calling it drawTri. And then I need to figure out what commands do I need to use for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn left, let's say 60. Well, I'm going to go turn right 60. 120. Move forward. I'm going to make 60 length. And I'm going to copy these commands. Let's just see what this looks like. I'm going to copy it one more time. Okay. This is my definition. The next step is I actually have to call it. And that's when you use this guy right here. And I'm going to give a comment that says call my function. It just helps to have comments. And I have to spell it exactly the same way I spelled it originally. So let's see what this looks like when I have a nice triangle. Let's say I want to draw another triangle up higher. I can just reuse this same code and do it again. So that's what actually I'm going to do. I'm going to pick my pen up before I move. I'm just going to move forward, let's say 200, just so I can get it up a little higher. And I'm going to call the function one more time, and you guys will see it's going to draw another triangle. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted here. Spell it correctly. Oh, I didn't put my pen back down. That is a good thing to remember. If you want to redraw, I got to do it before I draw it. So I got to move these 2 lines. Let's run it again. Get 2 triangles. So functions are used when you want to repeat items, and you can call them as many times as you want and save tons of lines of code.